Yo, what's going on YouTube? Back with another update of my 120 rimless, slow going reef here. Just want to cover a few things, what's changed, upgrades, all that stuff. I tell you guys, I keep you posted. I don't know what week it is off the top of my head, but I'll put it in the title and all that. So alright, let's get this started. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Archangel. I was the winner of one of his contests with his Pulse Duo here for my pumps. So I got both my pumps switched, plugged into this thing, and you can set it however you want on seconds or minutes, and it'll switch back and forth, creating not so much like waves, but more of different kind of current, and it's great for dead spots and everything, and it's actually been doing a great job in keeping my sand clean and hitting all the dead spots. So thanks, man. You check out his channel. He also has a really nice website. I'll put that in the description box. Check that out also. We got a forum on there, gallery, all that stuff, so check it out. Thanks again, bro. Alright, next, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I finally got some LED fixtures that I really like. Unfortunately the Kessels didn't work out for me. They just weren't bright enough. If you want to go back check that video, you can check it out. I think they were like 30 watts each, so two of them is 60 watts or so over my tank, and I like $550 for two of them. It just wasn't cutting it, so I actually linked up with the guy at my local fish store. He gave me a crazy hookup. I got these two 120 watt LED fixtures, so that's 240 watts combined, and I got them both for $350. I mean, you can't beat this deal. I could switch these whites and blues off independently, and I'll show you that in a second. They have great shimmer. For some reason the camera doesn't really pick up the shimmer unless I zoom in, but if you look on the back there, you can see it. And if I zoom in on the sand, you can really see it. Only when I zoom in you see it. But yeah, you can see it. Like I said, it's not picking it up on the camera that much, but in real life the shimmer is amazing. It has like a between I'd say 14K, 15K and 20K kind of color. And I love them. No heat. They have fans, and I have them on timers, and they're awesome, man. I love the color. Everything is doing great with the lights. Yeah, I couldn't be happier. So this is what the tank looks like now. If you want to check back, see the differences or whatever, you can see the color. I mean, this color is pretty accurate. It's a little more clear in real life. Hard to explain what I mean by that, but it is. So alright, let's go over some new things. I don't know if you could tell, but something that did happen was with my powder brown tang. He came down with a really bad case of ick, and I tried everything I could without setting up a quarantine tank. I don't have a quarantine tank. And I tried turning the heat up. I did water changes. I dosed with this like herbal stuff, kick I think it's called, or something like that, and that actually seemed to stress everything else. So once he actually ended up dying, and he took out my flame angel, and he also took out my my coral beauty in the process. They both came down with really bad ache and died. My two clownfish here, these guys are beasts. It didn't even faze them in the least. They were just like they always are, happy and swimming all over the place. Didn't mess with any invertebrates. So I guess that kick stuff is good for invertebrates if you want to try it. I wouldn't recommend it because it didn't work for me. you know, my goby and blenny and stuff like that is still, they're still fine. Niggas my blenny over there running around. Yeah, he's cool, man. So so yeah, since then though, I kind of didn't want to get any other tangs, but the same guy at my local fish store pretty much almost gave me this tang right here, the sailfin, and I couldn't resist. He's just awesome. He got so much character and personality, and his colors are real nice. Look at him. As soon as I put him in the tank, I had him for a little over a week now. As soon as I put him over the tank, he was eating everything. I got him on seaweed. He even eats mysis shrimp and brine shrimp. He eats everything. I got no problems with this guy. He's awesome. Yeah, he's real clean too. Yeah, I wish the colors would really pick up on this camera, but also I picked up a few of these firefish. You know, I was looking forever for the purple ones, and when they finally got the purple ones in, they didn't look that good. And I saw these. Actually, I have three. I don't know where the other one is. He might have darted off somewhere. But these guys, you know, for being the regular firefish, they had just full of colors. I mean, that red and, you know, the dark spots on the back, on his tail, and they have like a blue face, and their eyes glow blue. It's kind of hard to tell right now with the lights, kind of washing it out, but you know, those guys are real cool. I always like these firefish. These zoanthids are doing awesome. You know, in the with the VHOs, with the fluorescence, it seemed like these lighter zoanthids, these neon ones, they seem to have more, and they look like these darker ones were taking over. And after I put these LEDs, it look like these neon ones are starting to come back again now. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if they were changing color or if they're just different ones. Yeah, that doesn't help. Another thing I picked up was this clam here. This guy is freaking awesome. I mean, it's kind of, the camera's kind of making him glow a little. He doesn't glow that much. He's blue and has like some tints of red in him. Yeah, this thing is cool, man. I always wanted a clam, so I knew that was one of the first things I was going to get. He secured his foot onto that rock down there. Can't really see from here, but I mean, he's really clean. Really clean. You know, this camera's washing him out a little bit. But when I put just the blues on, he just glows. The only difference I've seen with the LEDs is these mushrooms. Since I put the LEDs, well, let me backtrack. With the VHOs, I had them up here somewhere, and they were just like coming off of the rock, you know, really pushing up high, and they were really big. I mean, some of them were almost the size of my fist. No bullshit. And ever since I put the LEDs in, they shrunk up. So I thought maybe it's too much light. I dropped them, you know, I lowered them to the to this low level here. And they, you know, they're still full, but they're not as full, and they're not like coming off the rock, reaching up. But I kind of got a little theory that maybe those other lights just weren't enough light. So these things were really reaching for the light, you know, they were craving that light, so they were reaching for the light, almost like a plant does. If you leave by a window, it'll lean towards the light. So maybe they're happy now, so they're just chilling, you know, leaning on these rocks. Just a guess. You know, if you guys concur, then let me know. There's my blenny there. Scooter. One thing these clownfish keep doing, man, they keep kicking up sand like crazy all day long. He like puts his ass in the sand and shakes. He just kicks up sand everywhere. I don't know, you know, is it like some mating thing, or is he just a messy little fish? My goby and pistol shrimp are doing great. They're over there doing their digging thing. Got spooked. But yeah, all in all, I'm really liking these lights. You know, normally these things go for like $3.50 each. But you know, sparked a little deal with my local dude, and he hooked it up for $3.50 for the bow. So I couldn't be happier, man. These things are great. I mean, look how bright these are. They're just incredible. I'll do a quick little, switch on the blues and the whites independently. It might freak everything out in here for a second, but let's see. I'll turn this one off. Okay, so now that's just whites. So you can see the difference in the color. You got just the whites on the left, and the whites and blues on the right. All right. I'll switch the whole thing to just whites. Oh, sorry, man. It's kind of got like a cool white look. If you don't want that blue 24/7, it's cool to rock this also. It dulls everything out though a little bit. So now let's throw on just the blues. Now the camera is gonna freak out with just the blues, but I mean these zoanthids just glow, man. If this camera could pick it up, it would be awesome. The insides of these things sparkle. It's just the coolest looking thing. Same thing with the clam. I do the same thing here. Without him freaking out too much. Even the mushrooms glow. Oh, I forgot. Check this out. You want to see the weirdest thing I've ever seen? Alright, you see the two clownfish just chilling, right? Whenever the blues and whites are on, they're fine. As soon as I turn the whites off and it's just blue, one of these clownfish goes nuts. Instantly. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen. Alright, so they're chilling, right? They're chilling. Oops, wrong color. And then here go blues. Watch. Boom! Look at that. And he won't stop. He won't stop until I turn the white back on. Is that freaking crazy? So let's just take a quick look at the clam. Nah, it ain't gonna really change. Alright, let's turn these back on before he beats the shit out of the other guy. And then he's good. As soon as the whites come on, they're back to buddies. I thought that was freaking nuts. Look, no more fighting. I don't know, man. Your guess is just as good as mine, so I just thought that was crazy. Alright, on to the next thing. Let's keep it moving here. I've not been too happy with my dorsal pipe lately. For most people, it'll cut it. For most people, it'll suffice. If it's in a living room or something. But in my bedroom, it's just a little too noisy. It's a little too noisy. When the lights are off and it's dead quiet, I can hear it, and it's messing me up. I don't know what to tell you. So I'm gonna build a Hoffer gurgle buster in the next day or two. I got everything here to do that. If you want to look that up, look it up. If not, you can just wait till I build it, check it out. And let's see, one last thing, because I'm running out of time here. Let's set this here. Open this up. Skimmer's doing a kick-ass job. I'm also not happy with my drain no more. It's kind of getting annoying just having this filter sock sit here and this drain here. It's gurgling. So I'm gonna build like a reverse dorso out of the whatever I have left here, so it has some air to breathe, so it doesn't gurgle down here. And when this filter sock gets a little clogged up, it falls into the sump. Sometimes it clogs up my skimmer pump, and so it's I gotta change it. All right, let's see. One thing I want to ask you guys is, I got these little worm-looking fuzzy, I don't know what the hell to call them, but they are everywhere in my sump. What are these things? Come on, focus. You see them? They're all over the place. Help me out. What are these things? Are they good? Are they bad? You know, I don't know. Other than that, my chlorper's doing good. I'm probably gonna change it out to Kato soon. Somebody recommended it on one of my videos. I don't remember your name, sorry man, but you know, thanks for the recommendation. I'm gonna check it out. Wesley Forbes, I'm catching up to you, bro. I know my lights ain't, you know, they're not top shelf like yours, but I'm getting up there, bro. You know, following your footsteps, homie. You know, baby steps. So I know you got some really nice lights. They're looking good, man. And lastly, I want to give a shout out to Jay Bliss. Jay Bliss, where you been at, man? Where you been at, bro? You know, I wanted to let you know that I stole this idea here for your water changes. I'm gonna use this for my water changes. Stick this over my tank. You know, hook up the hose to it and just let this do the work. I was holding the hose in there the whole time. It was getting annoying. So we miss your videos, kid. And that's it, fellas. All right, here's one last look. I'll be back with another update when I pick up some new stuff and change all this out. All right, later.